Hey guys, what's up? Plastic Guy here, coming back with another figure review where today we're taking a look at this NECA Donnie Darko Frank the Rabbit figure. Donnie Darko is probably my all-time favourite film. I've got a Donnie Darko tattoo. I've watched it more than any other film that I own. I think it's great. If you've not seen it, I highly recommend it, but Frank is one of the main characters, and back when I was like 14 or 15 when I first watched the film, and I found out that they had a Frank action figure, I knew I had to pick him up. This figure is so rare though. I mean, he came out years ago. He was probably already hard to pick up in the UK when he came out, and I basically just had to scour eBay for months to finally find one for a good price, and even then this guy cost me around £40 to £50 to import him from America. I've had him for such a long time and I wasn't sure whether to make a video on him, but because it's one of my favourite films, I'm going for it. And I'm also going to take a closer look at the 12-inch version, and then I also have this wee, I'll use custom loosely, Donnie Darko figure. Before we take a look at those in this video, let me know down in the comment section below what your favourite film is. I absolutely love films. I'll watch everything and anything. So leave your recommendations down in the comment section below. And while you're down there guys, if you could do me a massive favour, hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And let's not wait any longer. Let's take a closer look at this NECA Frank figure. So here is our NECA Donnie Darko Frank movie figure. He comes with this display stand, which we'll take a closer look at, and he comes with this alternative head as well. This figure's pretty old, so I think this alternative head is really good. I can't remember the actor who played Frank in the film, but I think this looks really like him. I think they've done a good job. This eye that's actually here, not the one that's missing, looks a bit weird, perhaps, but the rest of it looks really nice. The hair looks really good, nicely sculpted. I really like this eye that's missing with the blood running down the face, wee earring in the ear. Oh, and this one here. So yeah, really good alternative head. I'm not going to swap the heads in this video because I've had trouble trying to do that in the past. It's a really tight fit. I do remember though thinking it looked pretty small, and take that comment with a pinch of salt. Obviously I'm not going to swap them over, but with the body and then this head swapped on, I did think the body looked really large, which it might do anyway in the film. I guess this is supposed to be a sort of mascot costume, so yeah, mascot costumes normally are overly large, so it would make sense. The figure also came with this display stand, and this bit comes off. I don't know if it's meant to. Yeah, it must do. So that comes off. You've got this kind of, I was going to say plain, but there's lots of very nice detail on this. All these spots here, really nicely textured. Does look like a kind of stone drive as it's meant to in the film. Bit of grass, moss here, lots of different colours, great textured. This is a really, really nice stand. Let's see what it says actually here. 2005 NECA, made in China. Yeah, really, really nice display stand here, topped off with this letterbox. This is a big part of the film. We see our Sparrow here for Roberta Sparrow. Same on this side. In the front here, we can see it says US Mail. What does that say? Approved by the Postmaster General. That's what it says. This opens up, which is so cool, but unfortunately, I don't have the letter. I can't remember if I ever got the letter with the figure. I don't think I did. Unfortunate, but yeah, this figure also came with a letter that you could put in the letterbox. Unfortunately, I don't have that. And then just you can slot it back in like so. So yeah, this is a great stand. Really nice that it comes with this figure. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, here is Frank, and the sculpt on this guy is excellent. This piece is more of a statue. The articulation really, I mean, there's pretty much none. I think we get 2 points of articulation on the body. So yeah, you can move the arms and then you can move the head as well, and the head is meant to come off for the alternative head, of course. So yeah, 3 points of articulation. This thing is definitely more of a statue, a lot like the other NECA figures of the time. So I really did just want to show off the sculpt here because it is really nice. I mean, that looks so movie accurate, it's unreal. It looks pretty scary. I really like the colours they've used. If you just look throughout this piece, it's just really nicely textured, really nicely sculpted. See the eyes here, the teeth. Yeah, I mean, there's not really much to say apart from this looks exactly like Frank from the film. It's got a wee bit of weight to it. As I said, nice sculpt, really nice colours on top. You can see the hands here, really not much to it, as it is in the film. But yeah, we get the trainers. There's a wee kind of sculpted design on them. No idea what trainers they're actually meant to be, but it does the trick. So yeah, there's not much to this guy, but what there is absolutely superb. This is a top-notch figure. If you're a fan of Donnie Darko, then this is really going to do well to represent the film. Swapping out the 6-inch figure, or 7-inch figure I should say, for the 12-inch figure, it is very, very similar. This is pretty much just scaled up. There is not really much difference. I'm not too sure if the head comes off this one. I think there might be a couple different versions of this figure, so it might have came with an alternative head. When I picked this up on eBay, I did just pick it up as is. For a bit of a comparison here, you can see we've got the 12-inch Frank with the 6-inch Frank here. So yeah, the 12-inch version looks huge. I really do hate trying to show off 12-inch figures on my channel because my setup does not accommodate for it. But to try and show it off, because I do really want to show off this figure. It's a bit dusty because it's out on display. I mean, it's just the same sculpt scaled up, so it is, as I said, excellent. It does the trick of capturing Frank. There is a wee gimmick to this figure that makes it a wee bit better, and that is it speaks. So let's listen and see what he's going to say, if I can find the button. Yeah, so I think we've probably heard all of them. Lots of different sound bites that this figure plays, which is really nice. You can see it plays out a speaker at the back. You just press that button, and that is the 12-inch Frank figure. So once again, very limited in articulation, much more like a statue, but it captures the character so well, and I think it is just perfect for Donnie Darko fans. Next up, I just want to show off this wee figure here. If you're a Donnie Darko fan like myself and you also collect figures, I don't think it's any surprise that you've went to look for a Donnie Darko figure of Donnie and had no luck, because there is no good Donnie Darko figures out there. The only thing is really like 12-inch scale, custom made from scratch, like fan figures. There's really no official releases at all. They did release a Dorbs Donnie Darko, which I do actually have, but I wouldn't even class that as a figure. It's more like a pop vinyl sort of. What I do have is this guy, and I think that it does the trick. Not quite, but it makes a alright display when you put him next to Frank. The head sculpt looks like some kind of old guy. He's got this 5 o'clock shadow, and of course, if you're a customizer, you could go in and cover that up, make him look a lot more youthful. The hair is pretty spot on though. I mean, Donnie Darko definitely had that sort of hair in the film, which is why I thought this would be good. On top of that, he's got a pretty matching outfit. In the film, Donnie Darko wore a grey hoodie with blue jeans and Adidas. So this guy's wearing a hoodie. The top, yeah, he wore a black top in the film, so you could argue that's pretty screen accurate. He didn't really wear a black hoodie with a black top, but I can only do what I can do. I have no idea. Oh yeah, it came with some mad effect. I should probably say what this figure's from. I honestly can't remember off the top of my head, so I will shove a picture up of the stock figure if I can find it right here. Yeah, it came with some effect that's slotted in the back here. Blue jeans, Donnie Darko wore blue jeans throughout the film, I think that looks good. And yeah, he came with some like boat shoes, and I went in, so I got this figure ages ago, went in with black Sharpie, covered it in black for the most part, and then I actually used Tipp-Ex to make the treads white and give him some Adidas stripes. In the film, Donnie Darko wore Adidas, I can't remember what they were, Adidas Campus 80s styles. So yeah, I tried to give him some Adidas trainers. Doesn't look good close up at all, but you know, from a distance, it doesn't actually look too bad, especially when he's just standing. You know, it looks like trainers to me. This axe came from another figure, and in the film, Donnie uses an axe to bust a water main, so I thought it was a good accessory. Once again, if you're a better customizer than me, you could probably cover the blood up on this axe, because of course in the film Donnie doesn't hit anyone with the axe or anything, so that is very inaccurate, but it's an alright accessory, especially because that's what he uses in the film. And so normally out on display I have Frank here with Donnie standing in front. And of course there is this massive difference in height. Frank was a wee bit taller than Donnie in the film, so that's my excuse. And it is going to fulfill my Donnie Darko figure placement until hopefully one day we will get a properly released Donnie Darko. I mean, NECA is going through all their old figures and making ultimate editions of them. I do not see them making an ultimate edition Frank, because there's not really much point in improving the articulation of Frank, which I think is why I wouldn't really say the lack of articulation is a downfall on this piece. Frank wasn't exactly running around using like various different accessories. He was seen like this a lot in the film, so there's no need for NECA to reissue a Frank with different articulation, but they could re-release this figure as it is and hopefully give us a Donnie Darko at the same time. That would honestly be amazing, and I pray to the figure gods that NECA give us a Jake Gyllenhaal Donnie Darko figure from the film. So with all that being said, I think I'm just going to wrap this video up. We took a look at the 12 inch as best as we could. I know that wasn't a great look, and my setup doesn't accommodate for bigger figures, unfortunately. But the 6 inch figure, which we got a good look at, I think is a great piece. Once again, if you're a Donnie Darko fan, definitely try and get your hands on this guy. Just keep your eye out on eBay. A lot of the time you can grab this guy for around £20. I've seen plenty sell for around that price mark. Back when I was trying to get a hold of him, it was really hard to get him for like under 35. So yeah, definitely worth the £20 mark in my opinion. I think the sculpt is great. Once again, there's not really much need in a load of articulation, but the texture, the paint and the sculpt is on point. And then, I don't know, if you want to go down the same route as me and grab this figure, once again, I'll pop the picture up of the stock figure that I've used and you can try and get a hold of him. If you have a Donnie Darko custom figure yourself, please let me know what you've used, and feel free to send me some photos of him on Instagram. I would love to see your Donnie Darko figures, and maybe I could go down the same route and improve on this guy. I'll leave the link to my Instagram in the description below, so feel free to hop on over there. Feel free to hop on over to the channel page and check out any of my other videos. I've got plenty of NECA figures up on over there. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I know it's been a wee bit different, but thank you for watching. And as always, I'll catch yous on the flip-flop later. Cheers.